first slide says that it is a search of knowledge, and also it is a organized as well as systematic inquiry or else a investigation. What for what purpose we do all such investigation? In order to arrive at a answer solution for a complex issue. So next, when we talk about the objectives, that is the aim for doing a research, we need to frame a hypothesis. That is, what is hypothesis? So hypothesis is an assumption. Okay, may or may not be a fact which is related to that problem, but we frame an assumption that whether it is the reason behind such a problem. And after that, we go inside the cause as well as the effect for such a problem. So that is why we first of all uh, we have a we derive at a objective of finding out the characteristics which are individual or which are the situation or a group which occurs, so that there are many variables which are associated with a particular problem, and so that we frame a hypothesis. What is hypothesis? Hypothesis is an assumption of a causal relationship between variables. And next one, when we talk about features, because this is the most important thing which we need to know. So the features, the first one, empirical. So what is the these are the various classification inside the features of research, and let me see one by one. What is empirical? So the empirical is due to experimentation. That is, it results with some observation. After that, we conclude with some experimentation. And this is second one, systematic. Systematic in the sense we will have some research process. Step by step, we will derive at a conclusion. And when we talk about the controlled feature inside the research, we will know about what are the variables. When we talk about the variables, the term itself says that variables means it varies. So there are some kind of we will see in detail about what are variables. So only the dependent and independent variables, and which one has to be controlled is the one which we will come across inside the features of research. And next one is, and next we employ the hypothesis which we have already framed, which is related to our particular journal or a particular thesis or a particular problem. And we do some kind of critical analysis by applying some statistical tools, as well as after that we will come across some inside applying the statistical tools also. It should be with some aim related to our topic, and we will come with an unbiased as well as some logical reasoning behind our conclusion. And the last one, we employ quantitative as well as some kind of qualitative results. When we talk about employing quantitative, what is the meaning of quantitative? Quantitative means in numbers. We represent everything in numbers so that we apply some statistical methods. What is qualitative? The qualitative is just we are describing what is what and why that is what happened during the pre-history period, or else something which we just describe. Normally in literature they use the methodology of descriptive way, and here when we talk about the futures of research, we know that empirical means some experiment with the observation, and second one, systematic, that has some process as well as steps. If it is controlled, what we have to control? We have to control the dependent as well as the independent variables, and we employ the hypothesis which we have already framed, and we critically analyze by using statistical tools. And after analyzing what we come, we match with our objective, that is our aim. After that, we come with an unbiased conclusion with a logical reasoning behind that. And finally, we employ quantitative or statistical methods. Okay, so always this research method as well as methodology seems to be the same, but it has some small, meaning differentiation in the meaning. The first one, when we say research method, it is the tools as well as the techniques. So whenever I keep saying what is tools and what are techniques, the tools and the techniques means if we apply some chi-square test, t-test, f-test, and I'll say for what are the problems, what are the analytical tools also have to be applied. That also in future slides I'll mention. And that is what applying tools and techniques or the research methods. And what is the meaning of methodology? Methodology is the procedure, that is the process in order to solve the problem. Because we keep mentioning the methodology just because we want to find out the reason behind that, and we need to give some conclusion, so that we say it is a methodology. And next one, we talk about types of researches. This is the one I thought of mentioning, because inside Scopus or else recruiter journals, you need to mention what type of research you have used inside your thesis. Okay, so here, these are the classification inside the types of research, and let me see one by one. When we talk about descriptive research, as I said, it normally inside literature we use descriptive way of research, and on the safer side, if we don't apply any tools or techniques, then we can say that my particular research is a descriptive research, wherein we talk about the characters, that is characters or the problems we define, we describe, and we will say what are the reasons behind, and we will never focus on why. Okay, why this particular thing, we are taking this particular topic like that way. We will survey the past, present, and we will find the fact, what is the reason behind that, and we will inquire about that. And normally descriptive research has another a term also, another meaning, that is ex post facto research. So what is descriptive research? It is ex post facto research. Yes. When we talk about the next one, analytical, as analytical means we use the secondary data, so that we may compare both the situations. For example, if we take history, pre period demonetization, we can take as an example. Another thing, I know that every one of you have come from various disciplines, that is commerce, science, computer science, like that way. This will be helpful for you to match with your particular discipline also, because this is generally we talk about the general outline, and normally commerce is based upon social science. What I have done a research before 2 months, the same topic can be taken by the other student or a faculty, and they can also make a research, because see, my prediction can differ with their predictions, so that social science has differences in the results. Okay, so that is what the difference between scientific research as well as the social science research. When I talk about the analytical research, here what we do, we compare the comparative study we make, so that pre-period as well as post-period can be analyzed. And the next one, applied research. And here we say we come to a conclusion, that is immediate problem which we are facing in the society. We can take COVID as an example. So here what we do, we want to find the vaccination or else apt medicine which cures that particular problem. So that is what applied research. So we aim at certain conclusions, so that in which the society is facing, so that we apply that research here. So that is what applied research. Next one, fundamental or else basic or the pure research. Here, what is the thing is, see, even in economics as well as in commerce, BBA, business administration, we have some concepts. I can take some example, that Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Everyone we know what is Maslow's need hierarchy theory, but that is even that now recently one particular professor has taken the same topic of Maslow's need hierarchy theory, and what he has done is, why alcoholists, this need hierarchy theory doesn't apply. Because let me say what is the meaning inside need hierarchy theory. So when the food safety and shelter is the basic need for a person, then he'll get motivated to get that. Once the basic condition gets satisfied, he'll move on for the safety, that is he needs a permanent job, like that way. When he gets that, he'll move on to the third one, that is I mean he wants to get some status. And the fourth one, if he crosses one by one, if he gets that particular he gets motivated to acquire that particular estate. So that is what need hierarchy theory. What how I relate with the fundamental and pure research is here. Generalized theory is compared, as well as what we do a research and we find some phenomena. Okay, so that we say sometimes in mathematics there are many examples for fundamental research, so that we say that fundamental, basic, as well as pure research. And the next one, exploratory or formulative research. Here, so detailed analysis is done, new ideas are found, and new facts are found, and sometimes we do case study. For example, some auditor or else some company secretary, as well as a lawyer, judge. What they do, they explore, they do research. After that, they'll do, they'll relate with the facts, as well as they'll come to a conclusion. So that we say here completely we explore, we do a detailed analysis, so that we come across a we formulate some, we do some research and we come with the solution with the unfamiliar problem. So that is what we say exploratory or formulative research. Next one, diagnostic. So when diagnosis is there, then there will be a cause as well as an effect. So this is what. So first, what we need to do is we need to find out the what is the prior knowledge of that problem. Then only we can find out the cause as well as the effect. That is what the diagnostic research. Maximum in medicine field, we do this diagnostic research. And the next one, quantitative. I said quantitative. Quantitative means numerical numbers. We can express the result in numerical numbers. So that we say quantitative methods we use. It includes experiments, observation, surveys, and closed-ended questions. What's the meaning of closed-ended questions? For example, you are asked yes or no, to tick yes or no, or else some other, if you agree, not agree, dislike, like that way. It is what closed-ended question. They do not ask you why you like that, because you are going to tick only yes, no. Okay, so this is what closed-ended questions. So closed-ended questions are related with the quantitative research. And next one is the qualitative research. When we talk about quality, they are the write-ups. Write-ups means need not show anything in numbers. Everything is of description. It is the concepts you have to understand. Your thoughts are put into it, and what are the experiences you gather inside that. Then we give an in-depth insight on that particular topic. So that I say literature reviews are based upon qualitative research. So sometimes we derive at some concepts and we put into some theory, like what I said, Maslow's need hierarchy theory. All that comes under a qualitative research.